are you paying attention to what's going on? And are you going to end up being a victim of circumstances because you're not paying attention? If you're in e-commerce right now, and maybe you're in drop shipping, you might be a little nervous right now. You might be a little nervous because these tariffs out of China, which a lot of people who are doing a lot of drop shipping or drop shipping from China, they might destroy you. Get on Google. There's too much tools and resources out here that you could use to try to figure out what's the next play to run or how you need to pivot to try to, control your situation. If you're in e-commerce right now, you're drop shipping stuff out of China, what are you doing right now to pivot? Drop in the comments. Today, I want to talk a little bit about, are you paying attention to what's really going on in the world today? And I really mean this with all sincerity. The reason why I'm saying this, and this isn't made to be a political video. I don't let politics dominate my life like a lot of these folks who are hard left or hard right, right? I'm a center guy, right? Every side has a little bit of truth in what they're saying. And if you don't believe that, then you're in a cult. You're in a cult. If you believe that one side is 100% telling the truth and 100% gonna lead you to the promised land, then you're in a cult. Every side has their own flaws, right? There's no perfect party. Generally, when you vote, you're voting for the lesser of two evils, and at the end of the day, that's gonna be your opinion on what you believe is the lesser of the two evils. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about, are you paying attention to what's going on? And are you gonna end up being a victim of circumstances because you're not paying attention? It's an important topic. And it's something that a lot of people aren't really paying attention to, that aren't really into politics, and politics don't dominate their lives. And I'm fine with that. Politics shouldn't dominate your lives. But you should understand what's going on. You have to understand what's going on. You can't stand there willy-nilly while these folks potentially pull the rug from up under you. Or you can't stand there not understanding the climate so you don't get to take advantage of opportunities, right? Over this last couple weeks, there was a lot of people who made a lot of money. And if you don't pay attention to what's going on in the news and politics, then you might not notice. They were able to capitalize off of some things that the president did. Now, I'm not saying that you might be in a position to capitalize off some of the moves that he made. All I'm saying is, if you're not paying attention, then you don't even get a seat at the table, right? You have to pay attention. You can't get to the point where you're just so frustrated about everything that you just put your face in the sand. That's just not a viable option in this environment. If you're an investor or if you're somebody who's trying to get to financial freedom, you have to know what's going on and you have to try to find a way to take advantage of the situation, no matter what the situation is. That's what capitalism is, right? Capitalism doesn't have to be a bad word. Some people try to make it a boogeyman. It's really not. You have to understand what the situation is, and you have to be able to take advantage of it. Now, there's different ways to take advantage of it, and that's not the video that I'm making today. I'm just saying you need to be paying attention. You can't just be like, this stuff don't impact me. Yes, it does impact you. It does. So you need to find ways to either pivot or go with the way the wind's blowing. Why are you running against the wind? If there's a guy in the office that's doing something Do your research and figure out how what he's doing can benefit you. It don't matter which side is in control. There's always things that side generally does that benefits somebody in a certain way. You just have to do your research, figure out what it is, and you have to run with it. Don't get all crazy about who's in office. It don't matter. There's opportunities in both sides. That's a fact. And if you don't believe that, then you're in a cult. You're in a cult. Okay? So I'm not on, this wasn't gonna be a long video. This was just me just really being, in my feelings, just saying like, hey man, do something, man. Quit complaining. Don't worry about what people are doing. Just take advantage of it. Just figure out how to take advantage of it. There's a ton of people that are taking advantage of the current climate right now. I'm one of them. You know why? Because I've done my research to figure out, hey, what are some of the best moves to make in this environment? Educate yourself and quit just listening to the chatterbox and the noise, right? Figure it out. Do what's best for you and your family. Move forward. Find some plays to run and run them. Now, y'all hear me always talk about, hey man, keep running those plays. Y'all think that's just a slogan. The reason why I said plays and not play is because they're different plays for different circumstances. During one administration, it could be this play. During this administration, it could be other plays. But you got to be running some type of play. You can't be out here just sitting on the sideline, just hoping that things don't go south in the way that you're doing, in the things that you're doing. You have to be able to pivot if necessary. You have to pivot. You have to be ready for disruption right now. Let's talk about one of the current situations that's right now. If you're in e-commerce right now, and maybe you're in drop shipping, you might be a little nervous right now. You might be a little nervous because these tariffs out of China, which a lot of people who are doing a lot of drop shipping or drop shipping from China, they might destroy you. They could potentially put you out of business if you're not paying attention. But there are options. There are other countries where some of these products, you can get these products from, right? You have to be able to pivot. You can't just sit here and complain and say this guy destroyed your business. These people are going to do what they feel like is best for the country and what's best for them. They're not worried about you. None of the sides. They all tell you they're worried about you. They're not. They're in the business of convincing people to vote for them. Then when they get in office, they do what they want. I don't care who it is. That's their job. Their number one job is to convince people to vote for them. And the guy that's in office right now is really good at that. So guess what? He gets to do what he wants to do. He gets to set his agenda. You can't be mad about that. It is what it is. You got to figure out how to survive or thrive, right? I want to thrive. There are plays that you can run right now, right? Even if you're in e-commerce, there's plays you can run. You can figure it out. Do your research. Get on ChatGPT. Get on Google. There's too much tools and resources out here that you could use to try to figure out what's the next play to run or how you need to pivot to try to, control your situation. Drop in the comments right now. If you're in e-commerce right now, how are you going to pivot right now? I want to hear you guys in the comments right now. If you're in e-commerce right now, you're drop shipping stuff out of China, what are you doing right now to pivot? Drop in the comments. I want to hear it because I know there's options. There's always options out there, man. You don't think they know that? They know there's options. When he does this, when he does policies like this, it's going to push business somewhere else. You got to figure out where it is. Do the research. The information is out there. We're more connected than we've ever been connected in this world to be able to find out information, right? You find out you can't bring it from China nowhere. There's another place that you could bring it from. I promise you. China's not the only place. There's a ton of different places. Just do your research. Quit whining. Quit having a cult mentality. Quit becoming the victim. All right? Keep running those plays. Peace.